Cool.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2.
Okay, the phoner will be
room
room 36 for Aaron.
Testing 1, 2,
PCR
3.
2.
1, 2, 3.
4
3,
box.
2.
Okay, good. Da, 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 da.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's like a lot of those people. I'm like, who are these guys?
There's Dave. Now, will Dave be in front, or are we just going to have a light pick or something?
Dave's going to step out.
Thank you. Okay, we're under 2 minutes out. 2 minutes out. Okay. Everything looks good there. Da da da. We'll be up to D, then a 4 box. Okay. $90 seconds out. 90. Cool. Ooh. 37's hitting some turbulence. Okay, we are about 1 minute out, 1 minute out. 13 seconds. All right, 10, 9, stand by D, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll D, and fade up sound.
This is Oklahoma's
Stand by the 4 box.
in high definition
And
with winter weather.
Mike Q.
You are waking up to some frigid temperatures this morning, snow on the ground, and even some slick spots.
Stand by 3 on a 2
There are a
shot.
couple school closings out there, and our crews are monitoring conditions, as you can see, so you know exactly what to expect if you head outside today. Good morning,
Solve.
everyone. Welcome to 6
Ready,
in the morning.
C?
We're on a little bit early this morning, Monday, November 17th at 4 o'clock. I'm Rich.
Roll C.
I'm Leanne Taylor, and we
Okay.
begin with our first
Stand by Viz 3.
round of winter weather this season
5 and
as we
animate.
follow the road conditions this morning.
We'll be up to 3 on
We
a
do
3
have
shot
some
for
school
weather.
closings to let you know about.
7 of them we want to tell you about. Eufaula Public Schools, the largest district on the list.
Stand by 3.
The OSU Institute
I know
of
they're still setting
Technology
up,
in
but
Okmulgee will be
boy-
open at
okay,
10
he's getting
o'clock
it.
this
Semi-3.
morning. There are some other closings, and you can see the full list right now at newson6.com.
That's all
Now,
3.
all the major schools are closed over in Oklahoma City as well, including
2.
Oklahoma
Ready, 3?
City Public Schools, Moore, Edmond, and the University of Oklahoma in Norman. That is a very big
Take
deal.
3.
Obviously, a different scenario down that way than we're experiencing.
Ready, 4 with.
I didn't think they got that much snow, to be honest with you, but let's take a look.
Turn
Let me
take,
show you what we
animate,
have
stand
this
by the
morning
wall.
across our
Once we
area
get
from
there,
northern
Aaron's on line
Oklahoma.
1. She's ready to be
Tulsa,
captured.
the Metro.
Dissolve.
had
Aaron on line 1.
officially
Aaron,
a
line
broken
1.
arrow, National Weather Service office, less than half an inch. Now, to the north of Tulsa, there were a little more. To the south, even a little more. Stillwater, that's 1.3 inches.
After this, we'll be up to
Eufaula,
3 on a
I-40
2,
corridor
then
yesterday
2
afternoon,
boxes
had a
with
snow
Dave
burst,
Davis. Starting
picked
off
up
with
about 2
Dave.
inches of snow. Bartlesville, about a 1.5 to 2 inch snowfall. And Owasso,
How's Dave
about
looking?
1.
Good.
Now, the temperatures, that's really the big deal this morning. 19 in the Metro, 19 in Owasso, 21 in Claremore, and 26 in Broken Arrow. But that number is going to continue to drop, and probably is. 19 in Bartlesville now, 20 in Muskogee, 19 in McAllister, and 23 in Stillwater. So current temperatures are pretty cold. Winds are out of the north now at around 10
Page
to 15 miles
403
per
will
hour.
be
So
next.
wind chill values at this point, 7 in Coffeyville, 3 to 4 degrees. That's a 4-degree wind chill in Veneta. 9 in the Pryor vicinity. A wind chill in Tulsa right now at 8 degrees. And wind chill values from
Sorry, I had to
Eufaula
ask her a question. She's
McAllister
ready to
get
be
around
recaptured
10,
again on line
15 degrees. Here's an update for you.
Line 1 again,
12
Van
is
for
the
Aaron.
current wind chill in the Bristow vicinity. So in the Tulsa Metro, we have clear sky.
We have 403
cold
first
air,
before Aaron, so
dry
we have
air in
Dave up
place.
next.
22 now. The wind chill now is at 9 and a northwest breeze at 14 miles per hour. So we're going to stay in the upper teens and lower 20s for the next several hours. 10 o'clock reading at 27, northwest wind at 13, 31 into the noon hour with sunshine and a northwest breeze also at 13 miles per hour. By 3 to 4 o'clock today, 33 to 34 degrees, so just barely above the freezing mark. And then by 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, of course, going to drop back down into the 20s. So Richland,
All right, stand
not
by
a lot
three.
of snow, obviously, but some folks
Here
a
we
little
are.
more, some a little less. We are tracking another storm system, in fact, 2 waves during the next 7 days that will produce some precipitation, but will it be the wintry type or maybe some good old-fashioned showers and storms? More on that in just a couple of minutes.
And take you.
Sounds good, Alan. Thank you.
All right, double
well, as
thanks
we've
with
mentioned,
Dave.
schools are not out here in the Tulsa area. The roads
Stand by
mostly
double.
clear, but you may still see a few slick spots.
Well, Dave Davis
Take.
is sure out there
Ready,
looking
Rem 31
for
with
you. He's gonna join us
PCR1,
now. He's looking at
DJ1.
conditions
Okay, cool. One till 10.
in the neighborhoods and side streets. And Dave, my neighborhood seemed fine. What have you found?
Take my cue, animate.
Yeah, right now we're at a place that never sleeps. The
read.
American Airlines maintenance base, of course, here at 36th Street North in Mingo.
And
Cars
read.
in and out all
AVO
times of the
under
day and
next.
night.
Well, he
And
pitched
right
to this
now, the
BO.
roads
Yeah,
look
he's gonna
fine.
mention
And
this.
here's
Crash
what
in
we're
the
seeing.
creek.
We've come
You
all the way
should
from
watch this
downtown,
video.
from North Tulsa to North Tulsa, from downtown, and just this little
Stand
light
by, A.
dusting of
Look at
snow.
that.
Not
That's
even good
outstanding.
enough for snowballs yet, unfortunately. We can have some fun out here. But the snow is mostly just maintained on the side of the road. You can see here on the road, it's
Don't
perfectly
fall,
dry.
Dave.
Did
he say yet?
Here. We're not seeing any problems here, and folks
Not
coming
good
in
enough
and
for
out as
snowballs
usual,
yet.
But again, that's what it's like in
That
North Tulsa.
snow is
Hold on.
coming down
now,
pretty hard.
roads
It'll
looking
be
just
soon.
fine.
He's
Guys,
skipping
back
the
to
Ready
you.
to take.
Okay,
Skip
Dave,
the
thank you
video.
very
Ready
much.
3.
As Alan,
And take 3.
showed you some of the snow totals, and they got a little bit more north
Stand by
of
Rem
Tulsa
36
than
with
we did here
for
in the metro area.
Aaron
We've
Boner.
sent Erin Jones up to
And
Bartlesville.
dissolve.
She is on her
Go ahead and
way,
animate it on.
and she's going to kind of monitor the road for us on her way there. Erin?
My cue.
Good morning. Well, we're heading north on Highway 75,
Okay.
and you can see that the road.
she's-
Yeah, that leveling, because she's got to
Here
get
we're
speak
steering
louder or
126th
something.
Yeah.
Street north, and right now we're headed.
We'll
to
have a map
Bartlesville,
after
which
this.
has
Is there
got
anything
about
else besides
1.5
this? I think
to
that's
2
it. Cool.
inches of snow. We're told that this isn't affecting the city too much. The roads are still drivable, and school will be in session this morning. Now we should be in Bartlesville.
We'll
in
go to
about
a map
40
in Viz
minutes, and we'll
3
give you an
next for
update about those
405.
conditions when we get there. Back
Stand
to you
by.
guys.
Thank you very much, Erin. Well, the winter weather
Take animate.
led to a deadly crash in Beckham
Tease
County.
is
That's
next.
in western Oklahoma.
It'll be
The
Rem
highway
37 and
patrol's
Skycam.
26-year-old Joshua Tate died after losing control on I-40 and then rolling 2.5
Ready,
times.
3
He was
for the
killed at the
tease.
scene. No one else was involved.
And dissolve. And music.
When we come back on our special 4 a.m. edition of the
And
program, we're
do we
going to
leave the ticker?
continue to
Okay,
keep a
semi
watch
A.
of the streets, and should there be any
Star
additional
local.
school closings, we'll let you know.
Oh, no,
As you've
there's
seen, we have
dissolve
multiple
memory.
crews out on the roads
My
for
bad.
you this
Stand by
morning,
scam.
making sure all the roads are as safe as possible. We have a live look now at some of the Tulsa streets when we come back.
Animate.
And as we
Light.
look at the Osage Casino Skycam network,
Stand by your
well, it
brake,
looks like
master.
a little bit more snow on the ground there on the west side of town. But Alan's got the full forecast and
3,
lets us know about the thaw
2,
on the way.
1. And fade this Ray break. That's the best snow pick I have. All right. Be out the 3 on a 3 into the wall. Gary's cam, although it's hard to see now. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And fade up music. Stand by 3. My cue.
Taking a look at some various sites outside this morning at 4:08. A lot of folks may be turning on the TV and say, what?
Stand by
You
3.
guys are on this morning?
It's all
Never
3.
fear. We are here to make sure that you know
Take
all
2.
that you need to know as you head out this morning.
Take.
And it's cold. You
Like
know
a
that. Wind
superhero.
chill value is going to be in the
And
single
step forward, turn
digits
take
to
step by the
low
wall.
teens. Let's take a look. Here's the radar.
And
The storm
dissolve.
system brought the sleet, snow. That's all now to the east, and it's a pretty big batch of,
All right.
of snow now that's unfolding from portions
it just
of
rich here?
Arkansas that's leaving Arkansas. It's now around Memphis, and
Let me
then
double
up
check.
into portions of
Yes.
Yeah, be,
Indianapolis,
Mr.
Cleveland,
Rich
the
only
Ohio
here.
area. And then ahead of it, there's been severe weather last night and early this morning.
So
across portions
be
of
3
Louisiana.
straight
So
on
this is kind of
Rich.
the warm sector.
Instead of LT.
Relatively warm sector, and this is the cold
3 on a
air,
body. There you go.
obviously
How about
moving
that?
away from us. Now we're on the backside of this, so I think we're going to have sunshine today. Dry air. Remember, dry air
A and Rem
cools
37
efficiently,
for
so
our-
later tonight the temperature's
let's
really
see,
going to drop
Hells.
off. And
Oh.
It's pretty chilly
Oh,
right
that's
now.
a Sandra.
72 in Tulsa.
Oh.
wind chill
Sound.
value
I thought so
I got
too.
excited.
14, and again our dew point is at 14
I'll tell you, I'll take that. I'll
degrees.
tell
The barometer's
Rich so
rising.
he can kinda
How about your
handle
hometown?
He's chasing
We're
the
into the lower
Santra.
20s for many locations around the metro.
They wasting our
Slightly
sand?
warmer at this point, but not
What's
by
that,
much around
Travis?
Bixby and Glenpool, and also Sapulpa, 22, 23 degrees. Coweta,
doesn't,
Inola
does it?
area at
Okay.
19, and a wind out of the north. So we have wind chill values this morning, 9 in Owasso,
Yeah,
16
24.
in
What did
Sand
ours
Springs,
say?
and 11 in Sapulpa. So obviously you're going to layer up again today. 18 in Coffeyville
Ugh.
now, 19
Look at
Tahlequah,
Gary.
and 20 in
Maps on.
Stigler.
Go back
18
to
in
the chart,
McAllister
Gary.
area. These are current wind chill values. 10
Only
in
thing we have
Pryor,
to show.
11 Muskogee, and 18 in the McAllister
Huh.
area. I anticipate mostly sunny conditions today. There might be a few clouds later. 32 in Bartlesville. That's the daytime high. 29 in Ponca City for a high with a northwest wind. 28 today in Coffeyville.
Hey, JC, are you on
34
hits?
Stigler, 35 McAllister.
Hey,
and 34
Travis
Noblesville.
was looking,
Tulsa, we're gonna be
whatever
into the
map
20s this morning.
Alan
10
had, the
o'clock
wind
temperature
chill didn't
27,
match what the
northwest
ticker
wind
was
at
saying.
13. 31 into the noon hour with sunshine and northwest breeze at 13 miles per hour. By 3 to 4 o'clock today, about 33 to 34. Now, there is a chance we might go slightly higher than what I have forecasted, possibly 35 to 36. But anyway you look at it, it's going to be pretty cold.
All right.
And then by 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll be in the 20s.
We just
so
want to
very
make
cold
sure
afternoon. We have low wind
either
chills
matched
this
or
morning.
just make sure we
15
got the right
tomorrow
one.
morning. Now, we have some improvement for the middle to the late
Okay.
week. So
Thank
43
you.
on Tuesday. Wednesday morning, 28 and a high 50. There is a weak boundary that pushes through on Wednesday. This will bring a northwest
We'll still
breeze
take
of 10 to
Gary's
15
shot, though,
miles per
right?
hour.
Yep. Oh,
Thursday
there he-
morning, 29
someone's
and
getting
high
ready to pass
52.
hopefully. Yep,
And
there
then
he is.
Here's our next
All right,
storm
chase him,
system,
Gary.
and
Go,
this is
go,
the
go.
main event, I think, Saturday
This is-
afternoon and Saturday night. But there might be a little shower, too, Friday morning, eastern section, and then
Stand
maybe
by
a
3.
leftover early Sunday. But goodness. Hey, we warm up a
Wait,
little bit in
did
the
I
50s
just
this
notice
weekend,
something?
closer to 60 on Sunday.
Yeah, it's looking
Thank you.
fantastic. Doesn't look bad now either. 411.
Music.
A popular rock band was forced to cancel the show because of what happened
Sorry,
on their
we'll pull
way
somebody.
to Tulsa.
Roll light dissolved now,
Along with the winter weather,
Step
new
around
construction projects beginning today.
37.
They're going to close some roads. We'll tell you where that is and how long those roads might be
Animate
closed.
live.
And also, we're out there monitoring the streets. And, you know, the city crews are out this morning. There's a sand truck right there, just making sure everything is clean and dry. And so far,
Stand by. Your break.
it is.
3, 2, 1. Betas for your break. Let's that one video with some music and their mics. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fade up my cue, animate. My
All right,
cue.
no, whoa. That's not green country. That's Columbus, Ohio,
Stand
where
by
it's
3.
snowing heavily there. In fact, a lot of the country's seeing a lot of the white stuff.
And fade sound is on cue.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's
Okay, we're going to
5:15.
Ram 37 with
Okay, as you're waking
Gary.
up, you want to know what it looks like outside, and
Stand
it
by.
doesn't look like that. We've got crews all over town.
Dissolve and
Gary
animate.
Cruz is out there right now, and so Gary, this
Just
is
stay on that
what
one.
you're following a
Stay
sand
on that.
truck. Is he
Oh, never
just
mind.
driving,
Yeah.
or is he laying anything
So
down?
they just got off the BA, so we're going to
He's
use
just
that.
checking out to see if there's any slit spots. Seems like he's going to get
All right,
over
update that.
and
The westbound BA
possibly
can
work
come
the
out.
inside wall.
great.
That's a possible trouble area today where
Nothing to read
places
Okay, I
have
think he
been sanded
refreshed it to take it
overnight
eastbound
and yesterday, and
BA.
Just
it
overrode
did its job, but some of the moisture then collected in piles
There you go.
along
That's right.
the
Yeah, we just
inside
took it out because
walls.
he's not on the BA anymore.
And when that happened, it
We'll be out the
froze. So
414
if we're
next.
going to have
302
problems on
shot.
the roadway this morning, it's probably going to be on the inside lane up against walls like where this sand truck is working now. Otherwise, all the roads seem to be in good shape as far as dryness and lack of snow or ice this morning.
All right. Very
Stand by
good.
3.
Very good. Well, that's a good little tip. Look for those inside lanes. Maybe stay away from those.
And dissolve. Ready
Thanks,
with.
Gary. Several schools closed today in the Oklahoma
That's
City
Oklahoma
area,
City, really?
including
Wow.
the University
Roll
of
eye.
Oklahoma Norman
Take, ready,
campus.
Keith.
Takes
Animate.
quite a bit for OU to cancel classes, and this
Animate
is
out.
video from
3
down
is
in Oklahoma
next.
City yesterday. Snow covering the roadways, quite a few wrecks over the area there. And it's about 10 degrees colder there this morning than what we're experiencing.
Really? Oh,
and
stand
then,
by
of
3.
course, that can lead to some issues on the roadways as well.
Take. Stand by Viz 3.
The Celtic punk group Dropkick
Celtic?
Murphys canceled last night's performance over at the Canes Ballroom. Their tour bus hit and killed a pedestrian near
Wow.
Austin, Texas.
Take
Yeah, the
animate.
group made that announcement on social media.
Aw.
But a man had darted in front of the bus early Sunday as they were on their way to the
All right,
Dallas
Tune Effects will be
airport to
next
drop
for
off
page
a band member.
416. Tune
The
Effects.
concert was canceled here because the driver was, quote, severely shaken up
Clips
and the bus was damaged.
CS2
Canes Ballroom has announced
play.
refunds will
There.
be
Ready, Tune
automatically
Effects.
issued if you received your tickets online or by phone. They ask anyone who purchased tickets through the box office to stop by during normal business
blue
hours and you
background
will
wasn't
receive a
rolling.
refund. No new date for that show has been announced.
And I'm going to take my cue.
Crews in Broken
Ready,
Arrow
with.
continued a project this week to remove vegetation
Roll
and
A.
trees that
Take
could
and
cause
key
some
in, animate.
slowdowns for drivers. Crews will be working on 23rd Street
Animate out.
starting at 8:30 this morning to
4 on
2:30.
Rich
That's
next.
today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. The street is closed between College and Houston. There on
Stand by
23rd.
4.
And you can check out all of Green Country's construction detours in the daily detours section of our website.
could
Go
use
to
a little plug there.
newson6.com.
Take my cue. Ready,
Emergency
clean.
crews busy during Sunday's snowfall. EMSA reporting
Roll light.
28
And
car
take.
wrecks as of 9 p.m.
Broken
last
video.
night.
3 on a 2
even with
shot
the ground
next.
temperatures in the 40s, the 20-degree air temperatures meant it didn't take long for the snow to stick to the streets a bit. Starting with the bridges, of course, overpasses and ramps. Wet pavement turns
Ready,
slushy, sending some cars into the highway barriers. One driver did lose control, sending their vehicle careening into the Mingo Creek near 36th Street South.
That's why Dave didn't
This was
reference
all
it.
on Sunday morning and afternoon.
Yeah,
That was
Alan
all.
Crone joins us now as we
Ready,
start
Alan?
the new work week. Kiddos heading to school in the Tulsa area. Well, actually, most schools are open today in our area, so that's some good news. I know a lot of kids would like to be out, though, Alan.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Moms and dads want them in school. Hey, around the I-40 corridor, there's a
Gonna
couple of
wait to
school
take his
districts
name.
out because there was a little burst of snow late yesterday
For this tea's coming up,
afternoon
let's
that
take,
added
23,
up to a
because we're
couple
gonna
inches.
tease
Then to the
Okay.
north of Tulsa, a little more. So in the metro, officially, it was less than a half an inch of snow. A little more to
Which,
the north and about a half an inch
which
in some
element?
spots. Wausau
The
and
third
still
element.
on 1.3.
Third element,
Yeah,
okay.
it
You
should have
follow
been a
at
tease, I
2.
think, with full
And I
tub,
just
but
checked some of
apparently
those
Fulton's not
snow
out today.
totals in the
Gotcha.
Oklahoma City
Semi's name,
metro
animate.
area. Most totals were around 1 to 2 inches. There was a small area to the
Animate
southwest
out.
of the Oklahoma City metro that had a
Oh,
couple of
wait.
3-inch totals. Into the
That's not the
downtown area.
tease.
Here's Bartlesville. Again, look at the roadways.
page.
Yesterday, these roads were snow-packed. And you see
I
a
was
little
looking
bit
at
of
the take
snow
this
still
job
on
thing.
the grassy
I
areas,
just saw
but
tease.
it looks pretty
All right,
good. Of
we have
course,
a
you
story
want to use
after
some
this.
caution this morning while traveling early. And once the traffic volume starts to pick up, space yourself in between the cars just to play it safe.
There we
Here's
go.
Sepulpa on the Osage Casino Skycam network. Afternoon temperatures today. These are not, morning temperatures. These are the afternoon highs. Just off the freezing mark today at around 33 to 35 in the Tulsa metro. 29 in Grand Lake and Grove, 32 in Muskogee, 35 in McAllister. And there will be a couple of spots, we think, across southern Kansas and far northwestern Oklahoma that might stay around 28, 29 degrees. We should have sunshine most of the day. The future view is indicating a few clouds in the afternoon, so I suppose that's a low probability. Now, tomorrow morning, 9 degrees for a low in Bartlesville, 13 in Pryor, 12 in Grove. This is tomorrow morning, 17 in Muskogee and 15 in the Tulsa area. As the cold air finally starts to moderate a little bit, the afternoon high tomorrow expected to be around 43 to 44. And the winds return out of the southwest tomorrow. So it doesn't seem like a lot. And it's not, but it gets, gets a little warmer almost every day. We'll have another front pushing through Wednesday, and then we'll start to warm up as we get into the weekend, and another storm system will be approaching this weekend. So right now to the downtown Tulsa area, with clear sky, cold air, it's 22 now. Wind chill value at 9. The wind chill, of course, what it feels like to exposed skin with the temperature and the wind combined. 26 in Broken Arrow, 19 in Coweta, 21 in Claremore, Tahlequah 19. And we have some upper teens and lower 20s. And the wind chill values currently, some single digits in lower teens. It's a 4-degree wind chill in Veneta and an 11-degree wind chill in the Okemah area. So sunny and cold today, 27 by 10 o'clock, a wind chill at 11 degrees. By the noon hour, 31, sunny and cold, wind chill near 20 degrees, northwest breeze at 13 miles per hour. By 3 to 4 o'clock today, kids are coming home from school, most of them, at around 33. One of the computer models indicates slightly higher temperatures between 35 to 36. It's a possibility. If that happens, good for us. We're slightly warmer.
Good
But
for
a
us.
very cold afternoon, low wind chill values. Tomorrow morning, 15, and then a high tomorrow, 43. Some improvement for the middle to the late week area. And then we're tracking a weekend storm system by Thursday at 52. Friday and Saturday. Friday, there's a slight mention for a couple of sprinkles or brief showers in eastern sections. I think it's Saturday, and more than likely Saturday afternoon and evening for showers and thunderstorms. We
Once
actually have
clear,
a couple of
3
thunderstorms.
for page
Sunday
420.
morning, the leftover, and then it moves up to 60. So do you think we're finished with the cold air? No, we're not. But at least we're going to warm up a little bit by the end of the week.
Yeah,
And
well,
take
we're finished with it. It's not
A
finished
with reveal
us.
next.
Okay, all this week,
We'll leave this
Rich,
key in
Alan, and I
semi-A.
are leaving the news desk and getting brand new
Roll light.
jobs for a day.
Take
Yeah, so
and
beginning
animate.
this morning, I'm going to put together my best
Okay, we'll go to this
lesson
screen
plans
next
to
for
teach
full
a
screen.
class. Students, not
There you
quite
go.
what I expected, but it was
Oh, yeah,
all
that does look
good.
weird
Man,
without
I
it
love
on it.
hanging
Stand
out
by.
with the young ones. They were great. This is the Riverfield Day School, and we had a very special time together, and those students had a surprise for me they put together before I
Five,
left, which was
and no,
wonderful.
don't. Three's
Just,
expertise.
it's all good, heartwarming, fun, funny. Coming up today,
Stand
6:45
by 3.
a.m. Check it out. Take this job.
And the
It's
Zob.
422,
Music.
still ahead on our special edition of the 6 in the morning at 4 a.m. We're going to show you some new video from the Ukraine. Shows just how
Starable
close the
semi-A.
crash was to being even worse than
Roll
they
line.
thought.
The Zob.
And the
animate.
winter weather, you
Sent
know,
by
is
Ramp
all
23.
over the United
Ramp
States
23.
right now, except for maybe Florida and Hawaii and parts of California. We'll show you a popular landmark that found itself Covered in the white.
Animate wide.
And we're going to head down the turnpike to Oklahoma City and see what the
Stand by, you
situation is
Breakmaster.
down there. Schools canceled for them, and even the University of Oklahoma down in Norman.
2, 1, and Betis, ready break. 10 seconds, stand by 300 mics. Here you go, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fade up my cue.
We are back now at 426 over in Oklahoma City.
Rem
Much
23
different
with, and
scenario than
Rachel's
what we're
phone.
dealing with
Stand
this
by.
morning.
Well, yeah, it's worse over there, no question about it. Rachel Calderon
Zom,
has been out on
and
the road.
animate
She's
on.
driving around right now. And Rachel following the trucks, and they are trying to do something about that black ice.
My cue.
They certainly
Really?
have a lot of
Interesting.
work to do. Good morning. We are on I-40. Well, actually, we're about to get onto the I-40
Be back out to 3.
westbound near Tinker Air Force Base. And you're looking here
Tinker.
at the one salt truck that I have seen this morning is putting down some salt here on the ramps particularly, and then, of course, it's going to concentrate on those bridges and overpasses that we know that can freeze overnight. Let me tell you, our advice this morning to drivers, anybody driving from Tulsa into Oklahoma City or anybody in Oklahoma City has just really been to cut your speed in half, give yourself
Cut your
twice the
speed
amount
in
of
half.
time it takes for you to get into work.
24 is
Even at
dead. We'll
these
do the
early
T's
morning
next.
Page
hours, a
24
lot
is
of folks
dead.
think,
25
okay,
will
well,
be
I'm
up
one of those
next.
early morning commuters and I can just speed my way in, but that's not the case.
T's will be
there may
next.
not be a whole lot
A
of
in
people out
traffic
there on the road with
3,
you, but
'cause
the thing
that's
that is on
the
the
snowy
road so
snow
that
we
we've
got.
seen is some
Ready,
black ice
3?
this morning. So we are going to be following behind one of these salt trucks because we know that they know where the icy conditions can be. That black ice, just really something you got to concentrate. And here he is again, exiting off of I-40 near Reno Avenue, just so that they can concentrate on these on and off ramps. So that's the latest from Oklahoma City. We'll send things back to you.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, Rachel.
And
And as
dissolve.
Rachel mentioned, Oklahoma City schools out, Moore, Edmond,
Take 2.
University of
Ready, 3?
Oklahoma out today because their situation is so much different. And we do have
Take.
some school closings in our areas as well, and we'll continue to update you on those.
And
Also this
music.
morning, 4 months after a
Roll light
Malaysian
and
airliner
dissolve,
was
right?
shot down in
Semi-scam.
Ukraine, we're getting new video of the recovery efforts, how that effort is going, and how close the airliner came to hitting a small village.
Animate wide.
Well, it is cold this morning, but Alan says there is a warm-up in our future.
Stand by, your
He's
Breakmaster.
tracking those models, and he'll give us an update on
3,
the forecast when we return.
2, 1. Fade this and ready break.
Worst case, we could always use that. She could just kind of talk.
That's not Bartlesville. I don't know. 4 bucks. Oh, stand by. 3, 2, 1, and fade up. Music. Mic cue. And mic cue.
All right, there you go.
302
We've got a
next.
whole
I
lot
need a
on the
two-shot here
radar,
first.
But it's cold out there, no doubt about it. So we're out there this morning
Semi
with our
3.
crews checking out for slick spots on the road.
We do
And
have a
dissolve.
few school closings to tell you about, and the crews are out this morning checking on the
Ready, this 3?
roadways for you as you're getting ready to head into work
Wait a
or
minute.
maybe
Oh,
taking
no,
the
we don't
kids
take
to
that yet.
school. Glad
Ready,
you're
C?
with us at 4:30, the special edition of the program. It's Monday, November 17th. I'm Leanne Taylor.
And I'm Rich
roll C.
Lenz. On
And
Sunday,
take.
we had our first round small
Semi-bus 3.
bout of winter weather. And so this
And
morning,
what,
we're
Nemi?
following the road conditions this morning. So you wake up,
3
you
on a
may
3
want to
now.
know what's going on. Here we are. We're going to tell you all about, there's a few school closings out there that we need to let you know about.
Yes, there are 7 in all, and the largest is the Eufaula Public Schools. And we have that list running there at the bottom of the screen as well. And just a reminder, OSU Tech down in Okmulgee is going to open a little bit later this morning. They'll start classes at 10 a.m. And there are other closings. You can go directly to our website, newson6.com.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought I
Now,
had it on 3. My bad.
all of the major
Okay.
school districts are
Aaron and them have
closed in
pulled
the
over
Oklahoma
'cause they're in
City
Bartlesville
area,
now.
Okay.
So they're
including
going to
the,
try to set
public
up a real
schools
shot.
there,
Okay.
and as well as in Moore
should be
and
the Gerald,
Edmond,
too,
and
once
the
that
University of
happens.
Oklahoma
If I
closed
have
too.
to
So, Alan, I said not much on the radar, but I saw
4
some
on
blue
Alan next.
sprinkles.
No precipitation.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that system
Right
is
forward
all
with and
gone.
turn.
So
Take key
the
and
radar is
name.
void. Showers and
Stand by the
storms
wall.
and snow to the east
And
of us.
dissolve.
So let's take a look at Warren Viper 3D. The storm
Very nice.
system that brought
Very
the precipitation is moving to the east. Obviously, you can see that snow
Okay,
that is near
Dave will be
Memphis to
first.
Louisville, Indianapolis, up to
I need to
Cleveland.
get-
And I want to point out real quickly, on this side of the
There's
system,
possibility
that's severe
page,
weather that's unfolding.
431
Tornado
may
watches
float.
and even tornado warnings this morning for our friends and neighbors in the Florida Panhandle region. How much snow do we have in Tulsa? Not a lot. Below the forecasted totals, we were at a half
They're
an
gonna
inch.
try
and we
to get
thought we would
DeGero
have between
2,
1
Rem
and 2 inches in
32
Metro.
set up.
Owasso about an inch. Stillwater 1.3. Eufaula Around the I-40 corridor late yesterday afternoon, early evening, there was another burst
What?
of snow right along I-40. So we did have
Thank
some
you.
higher totals to the south of us around the I-40 area, also
Okay, I'm
to the
gonna
north
do
Bartlesville,
this.
1.5 to 2 inches. And if you go from central Oklahoma around the Oklahoma
do
City Norman
this.
area, between 2 to 3
There we
inches
go,
of
just in
snow in
case
those
we have to
areas. And
use
by
the
the way, those
pick.
roads are much worse in central Oklahoma compared to what we're having here if you do have travel plans into the central part of the state. Now, the temperatures are into the 20s and some teens. 18 in Coffeyville, 19 in Bartlesville. It's 19 right now in Tahlequah, McAllister at 18, and 21 in Stillwater. The wind chill values this morning are going to drop down into the single digits at times. For example, Tulsa in the metro now is at 9. And 13 in the Eufaula vicinity. So we have clear sky now. We should have sunshine for most of the day. There is a chance that we may have a cloud bank or two at midday to early afternoon. Northwest winds at 14 miles per hour right now, so we're going to be in the 20s. 27 through 10 o'clock,
Oh, I could do
sunshine,
this.
northwest breeze at 13. 31 into the noon hour. And then between 3 and 4 o'clock today, around 33 to 34. And then by 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, another rapid drop off into
There
the
you go, 'cause we
20s.
won't have volt
And
this
tomorrow
morning, I
morning's
forgot.
lows even colder than this morning.
We
So
have the
when's our
3
next
next.
storm system? I'm
Stand by 3
already
for
tracking
4:30.
another system, but I don't think it's going to bring wintry precipitation. I will tell you what I think it's going to bring in just a couple of minutes.
And take
All
care.
right, Alan, thank you very much. And again, we want to
Doubles
stress
next with Dave.
almost all the schools not out here in the Tulsa area, and the roads are mostly fine. Could see a few slick spots, though.
Take.
Dave Davis joins us now
31
with
with
more.
PCR1,
Dave?
DJ1, TQ, animate.
Good morning out here at the Tulsa International
read.
Airport, and we've been around North Tulsa. We've just went to the
We have some
American
video on
Airlines
A.
base.
What
It
status
was
on
good, and
Aaron?
here all the roads
We're
are
gonna float
good.
it.
You're
All right.
seeing
She'll float
the
after
snow.
weather.
All right,
Like
31's a
we
float,
like we were
31's
saying
a
at the
float.
American Airlines base, the snow is just piled up on the side of the road. Just a little bit of
We'll
snow.
be up to
but on the road. You
432
can see
next.
how nice this looks out here. And if these
put that
roads
full
are
screen
good
on
leading into the
432 to
airport,
this
you know that the
2.
runway's all good.
Stand
We
by
checked
A.
the Tulsa International Airport
I don't know if I
arrival
gotta
and
take this VR or
departure
not.
boards
Not going to.
on
Okay.
their website. And
Be back out
according
the
to the
light.
website right now,
Okay.
there are no delays,
This
no
2 will be
cancellations.
for the
All
full
the
screen for
flights are on
432.
time. There's at least 2 pre-6 a.m. flights leaving, one of them to Chicago, and those are looking all good to go here. And coming up
All right,
in
stand by
about
to
15
double.
minutes, we're going to show you an accident from yesterday. And, you know, it's good now that there's not any pooling on the side of the roads in North Tulsa at this point. But we're going to show you about that accident and that potentially dangerous
we are.
situation yesterday.
Take.
Guys.
Ready,
All right,
this
thank you,
2.
Dave. And
Take
don't forget,
animate.
you can always get the latest
C's
weather
next
updates
for
and
433.
warnings right
Stand by
on your
C.
iPhone or your smartphone with the free News on 6 weather app. You can download right now in your phone's
Roll C.
app store.
And white.
Now,
Stand by
a
A
new video
with.
surfacing this
Roll
morning as
line.
recovery workers
White.
in rebel-controlled
Key and
eastern
animate.
Ukraine are collecting debris from the crash site of the Malaysia
And
Airlines
animate
Flight
out.
17.
3's next.
This is 4 months after the plane was shot
Wow,
down,
really? That
killing
long?
all 298
Up to
people
page
on board.
434
Now, new
next.
footage obtained by the Associated Press shows just
that the
how
one you gave me?
close
Yeah.
the burning jet came to hitting a
Ready,
nearby
3?
village. Ukraine and the West have blamed the attack on Russia-based separatists in that region.
And take 3. Ready, A clean.
Disturbing new footage showing the decapitation of an American along with Syrian soldiers
Roll A.
has been authenticated.
Take.
It's a 15-minute video.
Ooh, some
Shows
interlace in
ISIS
there.
militants
B,
with their
Sunful
faces
with us next.
exposed, decapitating these soldiers. And the video ends with a masked man with a British accent standing over the severed head of American
See a
aid worker
picture.
Peter Kazig, the American who had actually converted to Islam. Kazig was a U.S. soldier turned
Ready, B
aid
with her
worker. He
sound.
was kidnapped in Syria last year. Residents from his home state of Indiana now remembering.
Roll
him.
B, sound.
He chose
Take
to go
animate.
back to help
Let's run
with
7.
all
Animate
the
out. Stand
suffering
by
in
the
Syria
mics.
caused by the Civil War.
My cue.
On Sunday, President Obama called the
3's
murder
next.
an act of pure evil. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel says the U.S. military is speeding up its
Stand by 3.
training and advising of Iraqi forces who are fighting ISIS. Kazig is the 3rd American now and the
435.
5th Western hostage who has been decapitated and killed by ISIS.
Take.
As the temperature
Rebus
begins to drop, many people in
3.
green country and children in particular cannot afford the coats they need to stay warm this winter.
Take
So
animate.
Travis Coats for
Out
Kids
to
is
3
now
for
accepting
weather.
donations to give to the less fortunate. You can drop off a new or gently used coat at any Yale Cleaners
Stand by 3.
location. Now through the end of the year, those coats will be cleaned and then distributed. They need all sizes, from little bitty babies all the way up to adults.
And it's all ready, Alan.
4:36 on a Monday morning. Let's get it over to Alan Crone. And Alan, we're going to get a nice warm up this week, but not today.
And my
Right
cue.
above
Take.
the freezing mark is the anticipation
name.
for
Animate.
the maximum high today. around 33,
Animate
and
out.
possibly as high as 36 in the metro.
All right, we have
And some
Aaron,
folks will stay in the upper
BCR2,
20s, lower 30s
DJ2.
for the afternoon. With sunshine, there'll be a few clouds.
Ray, I put in
the storm system,
double
the
box and
way
keys,
the
so she should have all
Copy
precipitation
that.
is rapidly
Okay.
moving to the east. And as I said a couple
And
of minutes ago, this system, even though
that's
we're
gonna
talking
be
about
next.
a lot of cold air across the country, there's just enough warm air and
I know, that's
instability and
pretty-
spin of the
pretty
atmosphere
clean,
to produce
feed
severe
there from
weather
Bartlesville.
on
It's
the
nice.
southeast side of this system. So places like
Page 431 will be after
southern
this.
Alabama,
And 38
southern
floated to the next
Georgia,
break. It'll be
northern
after
Florida. That's a
41,
tornado
and
watch
42
this
is dead.
morning. And
Okay,
even
we're
a couple
moving
of tornado warnings underway
38
right now for a few of those areas.
to after
Road
41 in the
conditions,
next
again,
block.
across the state, we're in
And
pretty good
42 will
shape.
die.
We have some
42
spots
will
that are still
die.
slick. But notice for the I-40 corridor area here, there was between 2 to 3 inches of snow yesterday, and the roads are in much worse shape compared to what we're seeing here in the eastern third of the state. So if you do have travel
She's just a
plans
straight line,
into
right? Yeah,
Oklahoma
they'll
City
be okay.
today, you need to be aware of that. This morning on the OCH Casino Skycam Network, of course, it's cold, 22
And
now.
this is what I
Our
just
wind chill value at 9
pulled.
degrees.
And
The
that
dew point's at 14, so a lot of dry air in place. 21 in Ulaga. It's 20 in the Skytook area, 25 in Sand Springs. Current wind chill values, they're kind of hovering into the lower teens for many spots. The official wind chill in Tulsa right now is at 9 degrees with a temperature at 22.
Looks like she
20
got
in
glitter
Eufaula
on her.
and 19 in Pawnee. And again, in these areas,
Sparkly
wind
head,
chill values will be into the
stocking
single
cap.
digits for the next couple hours. For example, Dunedin and Pryor and Coffeyville, and also in the Pawnee and Paul Husky area. So obviously you had a bundle of kiddos up today at the bus stop. Sunshine for
Did you
most
say
of the day. There might be a
kidzos?
few clouds
Bozos?
later. Afternoon
Kidso? I don't know.
temperatures, upper 20s in southern Kansas. 32 today in Bartlesville for a high, 33 in Tulsa, and 32 in Muskogee. So how do we get there?
We're
Well,
going
gonna stay
scripted
in the
for
20s this
4:39
morning.
for the
10 o'clock
Ts.
temperature 27, northwest
Two
wind at
takes.
13. The noon hour
Okay.
at 31 with sunshine. 33 to 34 by the 3 o'clock hour with sunshine. Northwest winds
All right,
at
after 3
15.
next.
And then by
For
6,
page
7, 8, 9 o'clock, a
431,
rapid
DJ2,
drop off
REM
into the
32
20s.
for
So
the
obviously
live
a very
shot.
cold afternoon. Low morning wind
PCR2.
chills. Same thing for tomorrow morning, but the winds will be lighter. Some improvement for the middle to the latter half of the week. So 43 tomorrow with southwest wind.
hard to see.
Then Wednesday, notice the winds flip back around out of the northwest. That's another weak front that pushes through. But it's not going to crater the temperatures. So Wednesday morning, 28 to high 50. Then on
right.
Thursday,
Here we are.
south winds return, so we level off into the lower 50s. Here's the influence of our next storm system. Notice those temperatures are going to be warm enough to keep this, instead of a wintry system, more like shower and thunderstorm activity, especially Saturday afternoon and Saturday night.
One's clear.
And
Ready
then
three
we
for
get
431.
closer to 60 on Sunday, but bonus coverage coming up in a few minutes is going to indicate that that's not going to last long.
Take you.
Thanks a lot, Alan. We are on early this morning.
Doubles
so that
next.
If you're waking up, flip on the TV. You can find out immediately what the roads are looking like this morning.
And up to our north, they got a little bit more
Semi-double.
snow than we did. So let's check
Okay.
in with
Ray,
Erin
Ram
Jones.
32
She's
with.
up in Bartlesville with this live report. Erin?
Take you an anime.
Good morning, you guys. Well, we
And
just
read.
got into Bartlesville, and we took Highway 75
Read.
north to get here, and the highway was pretty clear.
All right,
but once
back
we
out
got
to
into
the double,
Bartlesville,
then
we
to the
saw
Ts.
some snow, mostly on the side of the highway and the side of the roads like we are right now. And this is
How
what we
much
know
did they
about
get?
Bartlesville. We know that they got about 1 to 2 inches of snow. Like I said,
Oh, okay.
it's mainly just this
There you go.
light, powdery snow. It's mostly on the side of the roads. And pretty much it's all clear here. The roads are going to be good to go on, and they're going to be good to drive on. We know that there was some concern over whether or not school would be in session this morning, but we're told that there are no delays,
Go ahead, push
no
back in there, Dave.
cancellations, and that
Or
schools
Brad.
will
Ready,
be
double?
running on time this morning.
And
Back to you
take.
guys.
Ready, 3?
Okay, Aaron, thank you very much. We'll
And
be
take
checking
3.
back with Aaron throughout this
Music.
morning. Coming up,
Stand.
just a little bit, a look at an
little
effort up north to help get those in
bull.
need of a warm
Roll
place
light.
to live to call their own.
Solved anime.
Also, it
Stand
really
by
is
B.
an only an Oklahoma moment as this man makes the most of the early winter
Roll B.
weather.
Animate
That's what I'm
live.
talking about. Also,
Stand by your
interception
break,
of a
Master.
pass thrown by a Bengals player, and Saints fans were
3,
chanting about
2,
it. Why? I'm not sure. Stick around. We'll all find out
1.
together.
And fade this. Ready, break. Music and all that jazz. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fade up music. Animate. Mike Q. Stand by 3.
All right, there you go. Downtown Tulsa, also looking at I-44 and
Stand by 3.
75, and it's pretty good as you're waking up at 4:44 on a Monday morning.
And dissolve. Gary
Glad
Cruz
you're
next.
back with us, and we got several crews out there checking out the road conditions.
Stand by.
And Gary Cruz
And dissolve
joins us
anime.
now. I know, Gary, you and I spoke earlier this morning. There were some areas when I came in, I was kind of Curious to see if they were slick on those sides of the roads.
Mike, you?
Yes, as you said, over the Arkansas River northbound on the new bridge, it looks damp, if not slick, right on the inside lane. Right now, we're crossing over the Broken Arrow Expressway on Peoria, and you can tell that right on the edges, both edges seem to be a little wet. So that's what people are going to have to look for this morning is some of those inside lanes, especially those high bridges like the one you mentioned over the Arkansas River or there on Peoria. Could have some accumulation on the edges. A lot of that is runoff from where the roads were treated. That water
We'll
went
be up
to
to
the
page 443
outside
next.
edges, and that's where it stopped. And with 24 degrees overnight, it's collected there, and it could be hard frozen. So use a little extra care when you're on the outside and inside lanes this morning.
Okay, Gary, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Well, this winter weather is blanketing most of the country. We want to tell you about a deadly crash that killed a young boy because of it in South Dakota.
This is on Interstate 29 in Brookings, South Dakota. An 11-year-old boy killed after the Suburban he was riding in lost control. Look at all those vehicles. Crossed the median and then hit the rear axle of a tractor-trailer rig. The driver was trying to pass another vehicle and she lost control. After hitting the truck, the Suburban was then hit by another vehicle. 3 other people, including 2 children, also suffered some minor injuries.
Okay, we'll go to A silent
next. In central Oklahoma, all the major schools are closed this morning. That includes Oklahoma City, Edmond, Moore, and even at the University of Oklahoma.
Stand by
they got more snow than we did, and the one fella decided to get out in it. Here's some video. This is Lake Hefner in Oklahoma City, or near it, I should say, on the banks of it. And so a man gets his snow skis out, gets his parasail, and takes advantage of the wind. Let's see how he did.
He does really, really well. I'm impressed. Of course, you know, I would never be able to try anything like that because next thing you know, I'd be launched into the lake and it would be trouble all the way around.
Well,
good video.
My parasail would wind up in the trees, Alan Crone. I'm just like that, just like my kites always did.
It looks fun.
Seemed to know what he was doing, that's for sure.
That looked cold though, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's making the best of the winter weather. Tulsa, we only had about a ½ an inch of snow officially at the Weather Service office. Owasso 1 inch.
Dave will pitch to the video here.
Dave will pitch to the video
here. 1.5. So most of the area between ½ an inch to about 1.5 to 2 inches. Around the Oklahoma City area, just to the south and west, there was an area along I-40 that made it into the Oklahoma City metro that had some 2.5 to 3.5 inch snowfall totals. They do have quite a bit more in the metro of Oklahoma City compared to what we have here. If you are traveling into central Oklahoma, if you have business today into the Oklahoma City area, once you get closer into Lincoln County, those road conditions do deteriorate quite rapidly. So you want to be aware of that if you're headed that way. Also, we still have a few locations, Washington, Nowata, Craig County, also in the Ottawa County area, that are considered hazardous by the Oklahoma Department of Transportation and roadways across most of eastern Oklahoma. I'm going to use this terminology of being in pretty good shape, but you do want to use some caution. It'll just take 1 or 2 slick spots to cause it to be a bad morning for you here. Here's the downtown area. We have clear sky and a cold temperature, of course. Bartlesville, here's the roadway. It's looking pretty good. The snow on the side of the road. Aaron Jones is in Bartlesville this morning and indicating again that 1.5 to 2 inch snowfall on that grassy area. Fine airport parking, clear sky. Here's Sapulpa on the network, and again a little snow on the sides of the road. Sunshine today for most of it, and we might have a cloud or two, but we anticipate sun for most of the day. 29, that's a high today in Ponca City. 32 in Tahlequah, Cherokee County. 32 in Muskogee. Eufaula, you're going to be into the mid-30s today. 35 in McAllister. Now this is for tomorrow morning. These are not wind chill values. This is the actual temperature for tomorrow morning. 9 in Coffeyville, 9 in Bartlesville, 15 in Tulsa, and about 20 in the Mulgee area.
Hey Seth, I'm looking on page 451.
The atmosphere is going to go through some changes over the next 24 to 36 hours. The main cold air dome is going to slide to the east, and we'll start to see relatively warmer air. I mean, Denver tomorrow will be into the 50s. We're going to be colder than Denver with a high of 43. This is the next front that rapidly pushes into the area. That's going to happen on Wednesday, but it's not going to bring any precipitation. Our next storm system will be arriving into the weekend. Right now, 22 in Tulsa, wind chill at 9. The barometer's rising. We have northwest winds at 14. 20s in the Broken Arrow vicinity. 18 in Tahlequah. 15 in afternoon. These are current wind chill values now: 4 in Veneta, 11 in Muskogee, and 18 in the McAllister area. So 10 o'clock temperature 27, sunny and cold. The wind chill near 11 degrees. 31 into the noon hour with northwest breezes at 13 miles per hour. And then by 3 to 4 o'clock today, lower 30s for a high, wind chill at about 25 and northwest breezes. So bundle those kids up. Most of them are going to school. We do have a few schools that are canceled. They'll be on the bottom of the screen here in just a second. The wind chills this morning pretty low. Some improvement for the middle to the latter half of the week. And then we're tracking that weekend storm system. So Friday, there's a slight mention for a shower or two. Saturday, I know there's a lot of second round playoff games going on Saturday. I think that's mainly going to be Saturday
one is
night
clear,
when
out
the
to
rain
3
starts
next.
to kick in and thunderstorms. And then on Sunday, some
4:47.
leftovers with a high of 60.
Stand
Next
by.
week, more cold air.
And take 2.
Digest all of that.
I know.
And look back at Sunday when we actually did have this
Standby double.
snow come through. And at that point in time, a lot of folks were having issues out on the road.
Caused a lot of accidents, and Dave Davis is kind of recapping that for us this morning. Dave?
Take my cue, animate.
Yeah, here at the Tulsa International Airport, and really all across North Tulsa right now,
we'll go to VOA
the road conditions are good. We're not seeing a lot of pooling. All the flights are on time. But yesterday was a different story. Let's check out this video. This is from 36th and Mingo near Mingo Creek. And you did not want to be around a body
back
of
out
water
the Dave,
yesterday
into the double,
or
into the
today for that
T's.
matter. That's exactly what happened to these unfortunate folks in this SUV. Went down an embankment. Law enforcement thinks it is because they went too fast for conditions. They ended up going down into Mingo Creek, and first responders had to get there, get him out of the car, and actually just set him in an ambulance, not because they needed medical treatment, but because they were just freezing cold because they had to get out in that water. So it's a good reminder today. Obviously, we aren't seeing the road conditions like that fresh snow that we saw yesterday. So far, the roads are looking pretty good, but if you aren't paying attention, even if the roads are clear, again, you just do not want to end up in a body of water like that today. Guys, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. It's 9 minutes before 5.
Music.
Coming up in our next hour, we're going to continue to keep a watch of the road conditions and update you on school closings. This is our first big winter storm of this season.
Well, the folks up in Wisconsin have been dealing with this too, and we're going to show what they're doing to keep the most vulnerable safe during the frigid weather they're having up there.
And the NFL had a very interesting interception yesterday that left some fans pretty unhappy.
3, 2, 1, fade this and roll your break. Oh, sure.
Can you provide one?
Yeah, I got it. Stand by. In 3, 2, 1, and fade up my cue. Music, thank you.
All right, here's just a little example. Here's a wet puddle.
Who is that?
And here is a frozen puddle.
Ooh, careful.
So it just shows you how, you just got to be careful because you never know which you're going to be coming in
That's
contact with.
That's going to be workman's comp on that.
Gary Cruz, be careful out there, man. We don't need you going down. All right, new project in Wisconsin making some dreams come true for those who have hit some hard times.
It's called Occupy Madison. It's opening 3 new micro homes for the homeless in the area. These are 90-square-foot homes that help the new residents
that was funny television right there.
I don't know, maybe enjoy the holidays with friends and loved ones if they have them. Retired CPA Keith Valaquette is the recipient of one of those new homes.
Roll bass sound.
I think this is the start of a new beginning for me.
My cue. Okay.
Now, ultimately, Occupy Madison hopes to open 9 of these small homes on the property.
There was never a
goal is to have the homes ready to move into by next spring.
And that's all 3.
Well, there was an interception in the Cincinnati Bengals-New Orleans game yesterday, and it was not on the field.
What happened was the Bengals scored a touchdown. This is Jermaine Grisham, former Oklahoma Sooner. Runs over, and I was going to give the ball to a New Orleans resident, but a Bengals fan, Krista Barrett, there, okay. She didn't get to keep it, though, because this mean Saints fan just took it away from her and refuses to give it back. Look at her going, Saints fans were chanting, give her the ball, referring to Barrett and her sister. And eventually, good news, Saints officials you saw came on over.
He looks 45.
And gave her a ball. But look, that Saints fan, they lost 27-10. He probably was just in a bad mood.
I got to get out of this dissolve.
I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to keep moving right along in this program.
Music 30
All
show.
Right, coming up in our 5 o'clock hour of the program, we're going to continue to monitor the streets, get you ready for your Monday morning drive.
Roll light dissolve.
Also, latest
Semi
information
B.
on which schools around our state are closed. There are a few in our area, and some are opening later.
And row B, animate
And as you fill out the Christmas list, how to make sure the gifts you get for others are the real deal. We'll have those stories and much more
Solved.
in our real
Stand by
hour
your break.
at
3,
6 in the morning
2,
after this.
1, and fade us down and ready break. Very nice, guys.